gonna say hi, Daddy. No. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Just a few things quickly. The lighting is going to be really odd because it's super cloudy and overcast today, so I can't help that, but you can see me and hear me, and that's the main thing. Secondly, it's been a bit of a weird week, so if I'm a little bit scatterbrained, please bear with me. If you looked at the clip just before this one, you'd have seen that my youngest actually was in hospital yesterday. He had to have an operation. It was all booked and scheduled. It wasn't out of the blue or anything. It was a pretty small operation. It just it's really thrown me this week a little bit, and I'm a little bit all over the place. So if you could just bear with me, I'm going to try and get something out for you to watch on my channel this week, because obviously I'm going to try and keep the schedule up the best I can. So that's happened. We're also trying to get our move sorted, which is still taking a brain-numbingly long time to get through, especially now it's Christmas. It was coming up to Christmas. We don't know whether we should plan to stay or whether something's going to happen that's going to mean we can actually go. That's also really tricky. So I just wanted to kind of put that past you a little bit, because I think the thing with YouTubers is they come on here and they're like, hey guys, and it's not actually been a great week. And I am building this channel based on honesty, based on a real candid view into our lives, purposefully, because I feel like it's important to see the bad, because it's not always good. And at the moment, for the last few weeks, it's not felt great at all. If there are any of you out there that are also struggling, obviously there are people that have had probably one of the roughest years ever. I'm here with you. It's really been a very rough, difficult year. It's thrown me, and there's been lots of things that I am still waiting to get to do and sort out, so we can actually start living our dreams. But alas, it doesn't want to get going yet, so we shall see. Obviously we are looking at going into the Christmas period. There's a lot of what I got my kids for Christmas videos coming out. There's a lot of heavily consumery content coming out, which I'm a kind of sucker for those videos. I love seeing what people get purely from a nosy perspective, but I can also see the other side of it and the damaging effects of it, with obviously people that don't have the funds or the kind of support system that they would have had normally if Christmas was a bit more normal this year. Anybody struggling with COVID related issues as well. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun for some people, and I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to make that video. If I did, I mean, what we've got this year for the kids isn't excessive in the slightest, but I don't know whether I want to, purely because of the moral reasons that come with it, that, you know, there are people that are going to be watching it that may not be able to do anything, and I don't want those people to feel like that's not good enough, or it's not great, or it's going to mean that Christmas is rubbish, because it shouldn't mean that Christmas would be rubbish at all. There are lots of ways to make Christmas amazing without having to spend any money, and one of those things I'm going to be explaining today is advent calendars. I don't know about you, but we don't earn enough money to supply our kids with, you know, like toy advents, all these like fancy, very expensive advent calendars. We just don't do it. And the same goes with Elf on the Shelf. We don't do that. And we also don't do any Christmas Eve boxes, Christmas boxes, December boxes. That's just not us. So every year for the past 4 years, we have done an activity calendar. We've got, and I wish I had it with me, and I can't even show you it because I haven't got any pictures of it either. Unfortunately, I'll try and find some if I can. There might be some old ones on my blog, but if not, I can link that blog post below so you can kind of see what it looks like. And it's like a big felt Christmas tree, and it had like little pockets, 1 to 24. And what we would do is write little activities to do every day. This year we're doing the same thing. We don't have our felt tree because I gave all my Christmas decorations to my mum, thinking that we were going to move out, and we haven't yet, so I might have to get it back, or we'll have to think of a different way to kind of display our advent this year. Now, these ideas are not in any way, shape or form expensive. A lot of them actually cost nothing. That's the whole point. It's more to stop and think and do things together rather than plan activities, plan days out, plan lots of all that kind of thing, especially with COVID and Essex being in tier 2. We aren't going to overly go out. We're not going to do anything too extreme because we have to obviously be careful. There's still a pandemic going on and I don't really want to put them at risk. So a lot of these ones are more indoor activities. They are either free or cost very, very little, next to nothing. It's more just a preparation. And I will be working throughout the Christmas period as well. So they're also minimal preparation things. So if you want to kind of stick around and see what we're going to do for our advent calendar this year, then keep watching. Longest intro ever. I do apologise. So I have my notebook. So these are going to be in no particular order. We tend to last minute swap them out all the time because sometimes we're having either a good day or a really busy day or a bad day, and sometimes you don't want the whole pressure of doing something really big on a day where you're either not feeling it or you're super busy and just can't get it done. So please note that you can always swap these around and they're not in order. So I will do the first one, and that is to go for a drive and go and look at the Christmas lights together. Now, we don't do this, but we hear that this is kind of a big thing for a lot of families, and they go either for a walk around where they live or a drive around and they look at the Christmas lights. And this year I think our village is participating in like a charity Christmas light thing. This year I have a feeling that people are going to be doing a lot more. So we are going to do a drive around the village and have a look at the Christmas lights. The next one is to make an epic hot chocolate. This can be a really simple but effective idea, especially for kids, especially if your kids love food and all things sweet, and mine definitely do. So last year, have you ever seen that Bailey's advert where they put like Bailey's in the reindeer? Well, my husband thought it would work the same with Santa Claus and hot chocolate, and forgot that obviously hot liquid melts chocolate, and then he melted the bottom of all the Santa Claus and it went all over the floor. It was brilliant. It was a really fun memory, and we won't be doing that again. But you can make an epic hot chocolate with whatever obviously you choose. Again, a really simple, not expensive option to do, and you can even get the kids to go to the shops and pick out something they want to put in it maybe. Next one is donate to a food bank. This is one we did last year. It worked really, really well. They went and picked a few things and took them to our local food bank and donated them. We always try and include at least one, if not more, hopefully, charitable acts. Usually we also gather up some things we don't want anymore and we donate them to charity ready for Christmas. I'm not sure if charity shops are actually going to be open in our area. If they are, then we might try and do that one as well. I am also aware though that they may be overwhelmed with charitable donations because it's Christmas and they've been closed for quite a while, so that one might not happen. Either way, we'll definitely be doing the food bank, and we also are thinking about either shoe boxes or like little care packages for homeless people and homeless shelters. Again, that's a kind of COVID dependent thing. That's something I really, really want to do this year. And the next one is to watch the Christmas Chronicles. The Christmas Chronicles is probably my favourite Christmas film. It only came out recently on Netflix. I think it either came out last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. And oh my God, it is the best Christmas film. And he is the best Santa Claus. And I'm sorry, I'm saying it. He's the best Santa and it's the best Christmas film ever. It's my favourite. So we usually watch that more closer to Christmas. So either Christmas Eve or the 23rd, depending on which order. The next one is actually to watch the second Christmas Chronicles because they have a new one coming out and I'm really excited. And that will be Christmas Eve because I ain't going to want to be doing anything else. The next one is to put up the Christmas tree and decorate it. We used to put it up on the 1st, all the way up until Harry was born, and his birthday is on the 1st. So we no longer put our tree up on the very 1st of the month, just because we kind of think it's Harry's birthday and I don't want a lot of Christmassy stuff to kind of encroach on his day. So we usually either do it on the 2nd or that week at least. The next one is a disco bath. This is one I found through another YouTuber who makes these videos on her activity calendars, and she introduced me to the disco bath. So I will link her channel down below because I don't want to kind of claim this idea as my own, it's not. And it's basically you kind of draw your kids a bath and put like bubbles or bath bombs. I usually just stick to bubbles. And then you crack a few glow sticks and pop them in the bottom, and they sink to the bottom and basically light up the whole bath, and it's so fun. So what I do is I just turn off all the lights, we put disco music or Christmas songs, and they just have a great time and splash around and make a big mess, but they love it, and it's such a really fun idea. I actually picked up a pack of glow sticks from the pound shop, so they're just a little tube of very basic glow sticks. As I said, a very cost-effective idea, £1 for, you know, a really great activity that, I mean, they remember it from last year, so I know they really enjoyed it because they've not stopped talking about it since, really. And seeing as we're building up to that time of year again, they are asking me again if I'm going to do it. The next one is a concoction of my own, and it is to go to the shops or the local kind of corner shop and pick ingredients to make dinner with. And this can be whatever. I'm not going to have any say whatsoever. This is their own autonomous choices to make their own dinner. So if they come out with like curry powder and a packet of Skittles, then they're gonna have to eat curry powder and a packet of Skittles. No, I'm joking, I won't make them eat that. But if they have some very odd concoctions, then we'll see it through and we'll see kind of what they made, and we'll all try it. And if it's a disaster, it'll be hilarious. And if it tastes really nice, it will be really great. So either way, it's kind of a really fun, silly thing. And I mean, you know, the price of a few ingredients isn't too crazy. Obviously, I will steer them away from things like steak and smoked salmon, maybe, because, you know, I'm not made of gold. But yeah, I'm quite excited to see what they'll come up with because I think that's going to be quite funny. The next one is a thing we've also done lots of times in the past, and that is a footprint picture. I looked at Pinterest like years and years ago, and they always have those like crafty ideas for Christmas, and usually there's like a foot and you put like it upside down and it turns into like a reindeer. And every year we do a different one, but we always use their feet. And then I give one to both nannies and one to myself. And then we have kind of a record of them kind of growing up every Christmas because of the size of their feet gets bigger, obviously. So that's a really fun one to do. And also it's quite a nice memory one, so you can kind of keep those and look back at them over the years. The next one is very COVID dependent, and it's also as to whether I'm kind of comfortable or not with the idea. But my daughter has been going on about ice skating for weeks. When I asked her what she wanted for Christmas, she said a pair of ice skates. We haven't done that because I don't really know if she's gonna like skating. She's never done it, and it's quite obviously a tricky thing to learn, especially when you're like 4. But I know it's something she really wanted to do, so if we can safely do it, then I may try and get out and do it. Obviously that's a big thing, and it's a bit of money to put towards a quite big outing and experience. It's the only one I've got written down that's as kind of grand as that. But if you're only going to do one throughout the whole month because you can, then, you know, why not? And hopefully if we can go out, she can kind of fulfill her dream of going ice skating, which will be amazing. The next one is to read the book The Night Before Christmas. This is a book I bought, I think, since we started doing the activity calendar, and it's one that's always on the 24th. And it's to read the night before Christmas. I think I bought it from the charity shop for like 50p. And again, it's with all my decorations, so I can't show you it, but it's just a lovely illustrated version. I think it's a pop-up of the night before Christmas, and we read that every Christmas Eve. And the next one is a new one. I don't know if any of you actually ever watched this, but it's the film Ethel and Ernest. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, I'll just quickly read. Yeah, Ethel and Ernest, and it's by the illustrator that made, I'm pretty sure, The Snowman and Father Christmas. If I find his name, because it's a pretty famous guy, I will pop it somewhere around here and it'll be the name. But it's about his life and his parents, and it came out, I want to say like 2 or 3 Christmases ago, and it was a really random find. I think I just left the channel on and all of a sudden it came on, and oh my god, it was the most beautiful story. It was so lovely, and I really loved it. It was proper like travel back in time moment, and you really went through these two people's lives, and it was such a lovely love story, and it was so sweet. The ending's a little bit, it's a little bit sensitive is probably the best word, so if you do have children, maybe watch it before or have a little look just in case you're not keen on the ending. My children have seen the ending and they're more curious than anything, so they just asked questions, but it's just such a lovely story, and I feel like kind of cozying up in the dark and watching Ethel and Ernest is going to be really, really cool. This is a really sentimental one. We lost our cat this year. He got run over, and I think with everything else going on at the same time, it really took its toll, and the kids really struggled through that time. There was no easy way of obviously explaining that he's now not here with us. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to light some candles and just wish Eric a Merry Christmas and kind of talk to him, and yeah, just do some lovely things. The kids might want to draw a picture for him or something. That one's a little bit of a sad one, I'm sorry. But maybe if any of you have lost a loved one, whether they be a pet or a relative or a friend, maybe kind of just include everybody in saying a few words for them or to them, and I think that's a really lovely thing to do, especially with so much loss this year. It's definitely maybe one to look at. The next one is no TV night, so it's going to be absolutely no TV, no social media, no nothing. All of us are going to have to be forced to no, I'm joking. All of us are going to be spending quality time, so we can play games or listen to music, and or just sit and talk. We don't do that often enough. We don't actually have a proper kind of dining room area in our masonette. We rarely don't have TV on during dinner. I know it's really bad, but it's just something that we're so used to. But I think not having TV on or any kind of phones on or anything like that is going to be really important, and that's one I'm really looking forward to. The next one is gingerbread house making. I sometimes do this and sometimes we skip it. And the reason why we skip it is because I never find a kit that is worth the money. There's a lot of kits out there and they, oh my God, they whack the prices up ridiculously. I think sometimes they're like £6-7 just to build a gingerbread house. So we may do this, we may not, only because like they're always really difficult to find or get hold of around this time, and they're just the kind of thing that I always say, oh, I'll pick it up, and then I don't pick it up, or we say, oh, we're going to do it next week, or we're going to do it tomorrow, and we never get one. The alternative, and the more cheaper alternative, would be to buy like little ginger nut biscuits, or sometimes you can buy in the bakeries like a box of gingerbread men, like little ones, and I would just get those and they can kind of decorate those instead. I think my kids are more interested in the eating part, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a house. The next one is to make Christmas pancakes. This is one I also found on the that channel that I was telling you about. I really should know her name, it's really rude, but I'll link everything below, I promise. This was her idea, not mine, and that is Christmas pancakes. And I saw this and I thought, you know what, that'd be really cool this year. My kids like squirty cream, they like pancakes. They could make a mess. We can try and make some shapes, maybe like some snowmen or some stars, or try and do a Santa or a reindeer or something, but I'm sure I can find something on Pinterest as well to make Christmas pancakes with. So that's another one that's relatively budget friendly, which is important, and edible, which is mainly important. And the next one is one that I will either do on Harry's birthday, because it is very simple and it's kind of a nod to Christmas Advent, but not too much that it kind of overwhelms his birthday, and that is to listen to Christmas songs. So pretty much every 1st or 2nd of December I will put that one on the activity list, and they will basically put the music on like the TV or something and just have a big dance, and might get the tinsel out and just shake it around a bit. And they'll have a little bit of a boogie and listen to their Christmas songs. And the next one, which is a new one for us, is to decorate the windows. I've never done this, and I'm only going to do one because I'm a little bit not keen on it. But we picked up like this can of snow spray. Again, I think I just got this from the pound shop, and it could be sprayed on like windows or trees or plants or something, and hopefully not at themselves, but I'm going to try and get them to just test out decorating one window. So we might do the front window in the living room, and I'll make it nice and magical and Christmassy. And then I've also got some window stickers, again, Poundland I think. And they're just really classic white snowflakes. They're a little bit like glittery. I don't know if you can really see that. So they're going to be decorating the window and making it a really Christmassy scene. I did this year because if we are delaying putting up our tree, I didn't want the house to be completely bare of anything Christmassy. I wanted them to be able to do something, and this is kind of really simple. We can just peel these back off and wash the window and you wouldn't even know that there was anything there. But so we've got something in the house just in case we are on the brink of moving. Who knows? Fucking touch wood, touch anything. Anybody out there watching this, please pray for me that I will move this year. I'm praying a lot. That is my Christmas wish, and if Santa don't deliver, he's going to get a knock on the head. I'm sorry, no, he's not. I promise I won't do that. I'll just cry in a corner and sulk for the rest of Christmas. The next thing I got was this little wooden decorations. I'm not probably going to put these up, all right? Like, I'm a bit of a Christmas tree crazy person. My kids can pretend to decorate the tree, but most of the time it's just me, and I like it a certain way, okay? But these are just simple little wooden decorations. There's 3 in there. There's like a Rudolph and a snowman, I'm pretty sure, or something's in there. Oh, you can't really see. But there's 3. I have 3 kids. They have 1 each, and they can colour those in. They'll probably just, you know... Oh, they can hang them up in their bedroom. Yeah, see, they can have that. They can keep them. With some of the activities, we will include a chocolate. Now, we don't actually include chocolates every day, even though my kids probably get more upset that there's not chocolate in there than anything. But on the days where it's a particularly sweet or edible activity, we probably just forego the chocolates. Mainly because, again, I'm very unorganised and I never remember to buy anything for them. But this year I actually did, and I don't know why I got these. It's really random. I could have picked anything in the whole wide world, but I found chocolate turkeys. Why? I don't know why. I just saw them, I was like, oh my God, you know, they're really easy to divvy out. They're individual and there'll be no fighting. But they're turkeys, so... And I don't even eat meat. Chocolate turkeys. So that is all my ideas for our Christmas advent calendar. And it is all the things that we will actually be doing ourselves. If you found any of this helpful or entertaining or just interesting, then you can give me a like and a thumbs up. They're both the same thing. Don't give me 2. If you realise how much of a Debbie Downer and an absolute waffle I was today, then you can dislike it, because I probably would. I know I started this video off on a bit of a low. It's just been one of those weeks, and I'm hoping that next week will be a little bit more fun. We will be vlogging Harry's birthday because he will be 9 next week. So we'll be putting that video up on the Saturday. I really hope you enjoyed some of this content. It's just been one of those days, I think. Stay safe. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a like, subscribe, do all that. Don't do that, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm not forcing you. I mean, maybe I might, but yeah. Today's gonna be a bit of a... It's not just keep doing... Sorry, there's someone in my window. 1, 2... That's really a good thing to find. I'm gonna put that behind my ear because it looks silly. Oh, no, that's a really rubbish thing to say. I can't get myself sorted here. Oh, I'm so waffly. What's in my eyes? Oh, God. It's a bit too tall there. What? What? Oh God, I can't speak now. It's in one spot. I'm gonna come at you and drag your ass out. I can't say that. I can't say that. Like I said, oh my God, why am I repeating myself? What is life? It's just a shocking video, I think, to be honest. I don't even know why you would watch it, but anywho.